So just got through watching the Sergey Kovalev versus Isaac Chilemba fight. Basically, the lead-up, warm-up fight into Kovalev versus Ward. Kovalev managed to pull off a three-way, unanimous decision. 116, 111, 117, 110, and 118, 109. I thought two of the cards were a little bit wide. I had 116, 111 personally. I thought maybe you could see it maybe around closer for Chilemba as well. Chilemba gave Kovalev quite a bit of difficulty early, like in the early and mid rounds, with his long jab, his range, just the long jab and the long right hand. Really, he was able to kind of outbox Kovalev in spots at range. Kovalev was having to kind of sell out a little bit more than he's usually apt to do because of the fact that Chilemba had such a rangy jab put on him in particular. But Kovalev managed to get on the inside fairly frequently, threw a lot of jabs to the body, which I think paid a lot of dividends in being able to cut the distance off against Chilemba. Eventually managed to score a knockdown in the 7th round, which was a much needed knockdown, which managed to basically get him a nice comfortable lead on the cards, which up until that point I basically had the fight even, personally. From that point on, Chilemba's like overall energy level was definitely much less by virtue of the fact that he was kind of hurt and tired just from the overall accumulation. But even then, he was still giving Kovalev quite a bit of trouble in terms of his defensive skills and being able to keep Kovalev at the distance where he could hit Kovalev, but where Kovalev wasn't able to necessarily hit him cleanly. But eventually, he did manage to hurt Chilemba fairly badly in the 11th and the 12th rounds. Almost appeared to knock Chilemba down, came close to knocking him down in the last round, and pulled off the successful title defense. He's still the unified champion, and going up into the Andre Ward fight, it's looking like that fight is going to be, about as good as we're expecting. Ward had a little bit of trouble, a little bit more trouble than a lot of people expected from Barrera. Kovalev had a little bit more trouble than a lot of people expected versus Chilemba. Chilemba incidentally showed quite a bit of craft and showed that he almost defeating Eleider Alvarez in his last fight wasn't any kind of fluke, and it wasn't necessarily a bad thing for Alvarez. Basically that puts Alvarez right around the same realm as the likes of Kovalev and Ward coming up. So that's good for him. Chilemba definitely showed quite a bit of grit and determination in this fight, a lot of skill as well. So I'm sure Chilemba is likely to get another good shot off of this performance. Basically gave Sergey Kovalev probably the toughest fight of Kovalev's career, if not at the very least recently, his recent career. With Kovalev on top in prime. So with all that said, that's it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.